At Jabbo, Ashley's pleased about the CEO transition, though Billy's not using her business plan. Billy has his own ideas, and takes a call from Kyle, who complains the new marketing strategy is so not cool. Billy disconnects and Kyle appears in his office shirtless with hashtags tattooed across his stomach and back. Ash goes, and Kyle asks if Billy expects him to go out in public like that. Billy replies, "Of course not. Take your jeans off." At Sharon's place, Mariah's rushing off to work when Sharon blurts that Nick wants to move the family to San Diego so he can helm a nonprofit. And to get away from Victor. Mariah's confused, so Sharon explains how the mustache pitted Nick against Victoria. Mariah notes they'd be apart. Sharon says that's a negative, though she'd be welcome to join them. Mariah senses Sharon's not telling her the whole story and invites her to tell her the rest later. Over coffee at Crimson Lights, Phyllis learns Jack is looking for a perfect deal. She wonders which investors are biting, but Jack admits he's had nothing but rejections thus far, and the Hamilton Winters one hurt the most. Phyllis points out HWG doesn't have bottomless reserves and gives Jack a pep talk. Talk turns to Billy and his national product launch today. In the club, Nikki lets Abby know that until recently, she and Arturo were having sex. Abby thinks it's a joke, and not a good one. Nikki sniffs that she felt it was wrong to withhold the facts. Abby asks if it's over. Nikki replies that it was done 4 weeks ago. Abby notes she's married to her father, and Nikki relays that she and Victor had an arrangement, he was seeing someone too. Abby cringes at them being swingers. Nikki explains they've closed the open marriage, and reveals she asked Arturo not to pursue her. Abby notes Arturo clearly has a thing for blondes with exhibitionist pasts. Nikki reminds her they also have big bank accounts and warns Abby to be careful. After, Mariah arrives and pulls Nikki aside to tell her about Nick and Sharon's plans. At Jabbo, Billy disconnects from Hillary about the launch at the dive bar and confers with Phyllis, who is so proud of him. She has to change into a bikini, so they decide they can be late and pull the office blinds closed. At Crimson Lights, Jack notices Kyle and other models parading around in swimsuits with hashtags across their bodies. Jack teases Kyle that if he stays on long enough, Billy may let him jump out of Gloria's birthday cake. At the club, Abby updates Ashley on Nikki's revelations. Ashley recalls Nikki pushing her toward Victor, and thinks Abby should walk away from Arturo. Kyle appears and reveals the marketing campaign is going viral. Abby thinks it's fresh, though the naked heiress won't join, she's been exposed enough for one day. After, Abby declines Arturo's call. At the Abbott house, Jack's picking up a few things and remarks on Billy's promotional stunt. Ashley thinks he's missing Jabbo. She invites him to stay and watch the launch on GC Buzz. Phyllis and Billy arrive at the dive bar, where Hillary reminds Mariah the product is Birthday Suit by Jabbo. When Kyle arrives he wants to be interviewed on GC Buzz, but Billy nixes it. The show kicks off with Mariah and Hillary chatting with Billy. The models appear with free samples. Kyle whispers to Phyllis that this is boring, like an infomercial, they're going to lose viewers. He inserts himself on air to demonstrate how Birthday Suit lasts even after a dip in the pool. He jumps in and emerges. But without his swim trunks. The screen flashes to technical difficulties as Mariah covers him up. In the Abbott house, Ashley and Jack gape at the TV screen. Ash feels bad for Billy, and they wring their hands over cells being hurt. Jack thinks they can fill the void by partnering together to start a new company. Ash feels he wants to use her, she can't trust him. Jack hands over his house keys. At the dive bar, Mariah awkwardly quips that Jabbo came up with the perfect name for their product. Birthday Suit. As the show signs off, apologizing for the wardrobe malfunction. Phyllis reports that the debacle is trending. Hillary takes Billy to task for how much trouble she and Devin are in. At Sharon's house, Nikki demands Sharon tell her what's behind the plan to move. She presumes it has to do with JT. Sharon's irked about Nikki harassing her. Nikki's convinced she's hiding something and accuses Sharon of manipulating Nick. Sharon reveals it was all his idea and pushes Nikki out the door, telling her to ask Victor what's going on. Next on The Young and the Restless. Devin asks Hillary to move in,